Hello, this is Untitled Chapter on part 3 on how to draw the indominus Rex head. So yeah. Alright, we're gonna get some more detail into its neck actually. So just make these lines go down like this. Oh, sorry. Straight through the feathers, but not through the scales actually. And then just make something like this. These curved lines. Do the same over here. Just make these curved lines just like they are overlapping scales. And then finish it over here. And then make this line a bit more better visible. Just like this. So it looks more three-dimensional actually. And we're not gonna actually do it over here because we want the drawing to end over there. So alright. And now get some, well, I don't know how to explain it, but get some lines like these into it. And make this line a bit better visible. Make these lines into it. Just like that. And these lines do have to be perfect actually, because if you mess up these lines, then your end drawing will be, yeah, well, it will look a bit less realistic, because these are gonna be scales, and these scales are gonna be very big, so yeah, these have to be, just try to copy me as good as you can on this, because this is very important. And I may mess up some lines, but I will try to do my best not to. Alright? So now make lines like this into it. And again, try to copy me as good as you can right now, because this is gonna be a hard part actually. This is gonna be a really hard part. And sorry for that noise. So just like that. That has to be pretty good. And just go over every single line you just created. You have to go over it. They have to be dark. Not too dark, but they have to be dark. And don't worry if you're using an HB pencil, because I'm using a 4B pencil. So that means that my drawing is gonna be darker than yours if you're using an HD pencil. And so just don't press down too hard, because you can't get any darker with it if you are worrying about your drawing isn't as dark as mine. Alright? So yeah, these are just some basic skills, and I'm not sure if the original Indominus Rex from Jurassic World has got these skills? I don't think so, but again, I just edited them in myself. And to me, the most important thing is that it looks like the Indominus Rex. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to look like it. So I'm sorry, guys, if your opinion is a bit different than mine, but yeah, it is hard to get it exactly right. It is really hard. Well, it may not be hard, but it's gonna take a lot of time, and I don't have that much time in this video. Like I told before in some previous videos, I don't have the right recording materials and editing programs to actually make a very long drawing. So yeah, now we're gonna add some shadow into it. We're gonna start with this hole. So just darken these lines a bit more, just like this. Then just go over it softly, so it creates pretty good, cool look into it. So yeah, what do you think? Does it already look like the Indominus Rex? Well, my opinion is that it does. It does already looks like it. Now we want this part to be very, very dark. Still, we want to leave some lighter points into it. And these wrinkles, we can also try to leave these wrinkles, but just pressing down a little bit harder on these wrinkles and get some light into that area. Oh, and I actually made it a bit too dark, so that means that I have to make this part a bit darker too. And that's actually a bit of a shame, because that means that the detail I put into it will be not as good visible, as good as it was before. So some details will be for nothing in a drawing. You might draw some details and later on you decide to go over it, and then you don't really see those details anymore. They are still there actually. So yeah, just make these lines a bit darker, but make sure that in the middle it's still light. So yeah, alright, let's get a bit shadow into this, and I want its jawline to be about over here. So that's what I'm gonna draw. A very dark line actually over here, and a line over here, because I want this to be muscly kind of stuff. And I want one muscle to be over here, and I want this to be very dark actually. I'm gonna press down on my pencil very hard over here, but again not too hard, and yeah, just leave one lighter area. And make it a bit darker between the teeth, so it gives it a bit of a three-dimensional look. It actually looks like it lost a teeth right here, one of its teeth, and just do something like that, and then just make the transition from dark to light a bit smoother, like this. So yeah, I want it to be very dark over here. Actually, oh, and I bumped against something. just like this, and leave it white over there, so you get something like a cool look from it. Alright, so now we're done with doing its bottom jaw. Let's go over to its upper jaw. So yeah, make a darker line over here. Make these lines a bit darker actually. That makes it look a bit more three-dimensional, in my opinion again. Just like that. And you can get a bit more shadow around these parts, but you have to leave a bit of white between it, so it looks like it is coming out of the paper a bit, just a little bit. And darken its nostril. Huge nostril. And its ear. Maybe you make its horn a bit more dark on one side. That's good actually. Like that. And yeah, let's get some shadow into this. Just do the same with every scale on its neck, like I'm doing over here. And again, I don't know if this is actually correct or accurate like in the movie, but this is just another way to yeah, just it doesn't take as much time as I think to actually copy the Indominus Rex completely. And I still think this looks pretty realistic, so and if you're done doing this, you can head over and darkening this, and make sure you don't go over the white parts of the scales. Well, actually you can accidentally go over those lighter parts, but that doesn't really matter. Try not to go over those parts, because it looks better if you leave them white. So yeah, add some more shadow into it. And you can also just use some charcoal and go over it with your finger. It also works. It might be a lot faster, but this is my fastest way, and I actually don't have that much to draw with right now, because I didn't really took with me that much drawing materials. I didn't expect to make any videos on my vacation, but well, here I am making some drawing videos. So try to make these lines very dark, and even over here make them very dark so you can clearly see them. And if you are trying to draw this, I recommend you to take more time to do this. I'm just quickly showing you a way of doing it. So this is a way of doing it, but I strongly recommend you to take more time. So yeah, I'm gonna make some skin folds in its neck, and these ones are going to go around its jaw, because its jaw is stretching the skin a bit. Well, actually compressing the skin, not really stretching, but yeah, you know what I mean. So this part's gonna be very dark. So yeah, just like that. Make it darker over here, and make it clearly make it clear that there are some difference in depth and height. And get some shadow into this part under the jaw, and get some shadow to this part, but make sure to leave a bit of leave a part of it white, so you can still so it still looks three-dimensional. Gives it a bit of a three-dimensional look actually. Just like this, and just like this, and then you can just go over it like this, because we want to get a bit of a tone into it, grayish tone. Don't want to leave it white completely. So yeah. Now we are going to focus on its teeth. Just make some lines, just like you did on the horn. Lines into the teeth, so they look a bit more darkish, a bit more texture into it. And yeah, the Indominus Rex does have some very nasty teeth actually, so that's what we are going to try to replicate. And as you can see, I'm not actually using any kind of a paper to save my drawing, actually, to not smash up my drawing. But here, so let's start on making its tongue, and it's gonna start over here, and it's gonna make a curve over here, very big one actually, and then it's going straight back into its jaw like this. And then we want it to make we want to make it a bit darker than the rest of the drawing, because this is gonna be the darkest part actually. And we still want to get some highlight out of it, so we want to leave a part of it white, completely white actually. And this is actually a tricky part. because transition from dark to light has to be good. If it doesn't look good, then the tongue doesn't really look that realistic. And we want a realistic tongue, don't we? And so yeah, there we have our Indominus Rex. So yeah, I hope I taught you some things, and I hope you learned something from it. So yeah, this is the Indominus Rex. This is my second try, well, my second video on how to draw the Indominus Rex head. And yeah, I think this looks pretty good. So yeah, this was done as a drawer, and goodbye.